Hello, welcome. What is good, guys? Tone here, and I'm ready to continue our last session of Path of Achra, because we just reached the Shimmering Void. Yep, that's my character. Let's jump in. Yeah, so we cleared the first map, conquered the obelisk, and we are on to the next area. Quick overview here. We're kind of building around what ended up being only one martial skill, even though I thought we were going to go heavy into it. I just didn't like how the rest of them really fit into what our build was doing. But we randomed ourselves into the, where are you? The Volkite here as our culture, which gives us extra armor per point of encumbrance. You can see our encumbrance is quite high here. And then we deal fire damage on being hit based on our encumbrance. So we have high armor, high block, and that led us to pick up, where are you? Guard here on shrug off or block, which is what armor and block provide. And we perform a hit against adjacent enemies. And that is based on our encumbrance, so pretty good damage there. And then this thing's been putting in work on dealing, or no, it was this one, on dealing slash or blunt damage, which is our main effect. We're doing a bunch of fire damage to things, and then we just got a lot of poison things, so we started going to poison. I was looking for healing. So we have like a few armor pieces and items that apply sickness, and then we have this which heals us on sickness attack. We eventually grab snake form here, which gives us a bunch of extra armor whenever we do whenever we apply sickness. Actually, it does that. And then we heal for 5 per stack, doing 75 poison damage, which is pretty insane. And now I'm just looking for ways to actually consistently do that 75 fire damage, which I think will be from upgrading this toxic kinesis ability 1 or 2 more times. So that's where we're kind of at with our build. So we're now in the Shimmering Void. Let's see, we can get a turquoise lance, necklace of protective flame. I'll go here. Okay. Things get harder here. This was a real tough one on one of our other runs. But it was mostly because they really do a lot of corrosion, and something else that we actually happen to get is these pants which remove Scorch, Corrosion, and Doom on step, which is kind of insane. It's going to help us a lot here. And this one applies a lot of bleed, which we don't remove. Hopefully we can pummel them into fine dust. These guys are really weak to physical, which is what we do a lot of. Right now I'm just trying to pump my vigor. Level up Toxikinesis. Looks like we're capped on skills at all. Like there's nothing else we're going to be able to change in our build except for upgrading these. We are pretty evenly split as far as points spent, so we don't have a prestige class yet. We might hit poison or fire by the end. Probably poison, because I might do another snake form. We'll see. Something removed those bleed stacks. It must have been our will, which has a 1% chance each turn to remove harmful effects. We are getting to the point where this dealing poison damage back to attackers. Healed 25% of our max life. Is it getting to a pretty big number? 400. This is the same thing, but it's death damage equal to our armor, which is still higher. But this one procs healing and stuff from our other poison abilities. Snake form. I do like the diversity of having some death damage in the mix, though. We're doing physical, we're doing fire, we're doing poison, and like decent death through this. I'm gonna hold on to that for now. Keep an eye on my health bar. It's bouncing up and down like wild. So I think I noticed that in the Shimmering Void here, the second map that we're going through, that the items that you get are definitely kicked up a notch. Let's see what we got here. On being attacked, deal fire damage in a path to a random enemy, equal 5 times your will. Which would be 50 right now. That could be nuts if we were really playing into will. Then will actually increases that again, so it could be a lot more. That replaces what slot? Our armor slot? No, there's no way we're doing that. Purple staff, flail of starlight. Neither of those sound too enticing to me. Our first prayer there heals. Pretty nice to use at the end of a level. Really shredding stuff there. Thought that enemy's health bar was mine for a minute. I was like, uh-oh. What are these combat logs looking like? Yeah, so we're doing a lot of poison here. I really need to upgrade that once more, which I can. Now we should be doing enough to heal every time as well. What do I just pick up? Cosmic Flail. Big base damage on kill, do 200 astral and blunt damage to all units in a 2-tile range. High encumbrance. I kind of like that. Is that better than this? On dealing slash damage, deal blunt damage to the target equal to our encumbrance times 5. It's a pretty good number of blunt damage, actually. This is blunt based. 100 accuracy. I'm kind of digging the Cosmic Flail. That's on kill. This is on dealing slash damage. I think we keep this. Because we do a lot of slash damage through like our guard here stuff. So yeah, I'm going to keep the other one just because we apply more slash damage to things like many more times than we actually kill things. Staff of continuously sprouting leaves. That sounds like some nature shit. We're going to go up here to the Bladeless Blue Hilt. The enemies appear to be the same. Alright, what are these turns looking like now? Tons of damage. It looks like they're resistant to poison. Not really losing health, which is excellent. These stacks are getting insane. So when we do proc our snake heal, we're getting like 500. Plus bonuses from willpower. Yeah, this build is looking pretty good. I just want to give myself a big health reservoir so we can close gaps if needed, and also like survive like really dangerous turns. Lightning damage based on speed. No thank you, I'm even going to destroy you. I heal. I guess we only have one way to go. An axe will forge by Divine Warrior. That could be pretty good. Axes sound fun. Yeah, now we're doing poison hits like crazy. I think it's not even showing our healing because we were at max health. I think we might heal every time we do a hit like that. Divine Axe. 30 encumbrance. Two-handing, you get 100 dodge and 200 armor. We're at like minus like 220 dodge or something, so that doesn't do anything. But plus 200 armor is kind of nuts. We have to two-hand it though for that bonus. It is pretty freaking good just on its own. We won't get this blunt damage bonus, which is doing damage based on our encumbrance already, so I think we want to keep this dagger. I'm not going to use that instead. But man, this is tempting to put on. 300 slash damage. I think it reduces some of their build synergies though, so I don't want to do it. Alright, we're going into the Void Tower here. See how it goes. Good so far. Want to level anything up? This increases our encumbrance. Forgot about that. I don't care as much about applying Scorch. That was good when we had that weapon that did more damage based on Scorch stacks. I think we level up. I could go for Snake Form again, or this Fire ability, or the Toxikinesis. This is damage repetition. I didn't even notice that. I'm gonna do that. Oh! That brought us up to our prestige class, the Venite. On initial attack, if the target has sickness, perform 3 extra attacks. On hit, deal 100 poison damage to 3 enemies. Okay. That is the piece that makes Snake Form really pop off. That's insanely good paired with Snake Form. We're doing enough poison damage all the time to just heal anytime we want to or need to. Yes, we are in full-on auto battler mode at this point. See if anything drops us to like 2/3 of our health, and at which point we will pause and assess the situation. But until then, we're gonna be shredded stuff. Oh yeah, and our armor gets so high with the Snake Form. An oddly good synergy, the martial stuff with the Snake Form stuff. We took some damage there. The King of Many Colors appears. Oh, disciples. So this is the boss of the Void Tower here. On entrance, summon 3 Arbiters. On game turn, summon a Demon. So this guy, on ally death, heals 500, gets max life, and hit, which is damage. Being attacked, they apply Doom. And they have an area attack. Okay. They summon Arbiters and Demons. These guys, psychic damage, okay. So every guy we're killing is making the boss stronger. Oh wait, that's an endless line of demons, because he summons 1 per game turn. And we attack really slow. Okay, well we got adjacent. Alright, I'm gonna hit the button once. It's gonna be 1 turn. Yes, that was all 1 turn. We are remaining at max health while hitting this guy, which seems to be a fantastic place to be. Healing for 1590. Tons of poison. I actually can't believe how much this build just fell into poison. That was largely just based on the gear drops we got. Absolute insanity. Final boss. I forgot to even look at his health bar here. That guy has a ton of health. Well, that is a win. GG, guys. Victory, praise Asham. A strange portal beckons, but a path has yet to be revealed. Ooh, what does that mean? I didn't realize that. There's an extra Erger to get into. Wild stuff. So, this is the second insane, actually my second win, and the other one was poison as well. Oddly enough, it used the same dagger, but I got this very early, and I built around, I didn't take Snake Eater, but I probably had this because it's a very core poison skill, and I had Snake Form. And then later I took some like ice skills or some other element that went well with my synergies to just have some other damage to deal with poison immunes. I think my takeaway is that snake form is probably overpowered. Just the amount of healing procs you can get from it, and combined with the being paired with the magnitude of healing you get based on the stacks, and the stacks are very easy to apply. I guess the dagger and some of my other stuff was like a huge force multiplier in the amount of sickness I was adding, because applying sickness is what triggers this. I think without equipment and only poison skills, maybe it's a lot harder to stack sickness in that way. But with a few pieces of gear, this becomes like absolutely insane. So this might not be like too busted in isolation, but with some of this gear, it gets like quite insane. But also we're looking at here, boatload of damage. Our highest damage was death. This is probably, we probably had 4,000 armor at one point from from having like 300 snake form stacks. Let's see. Rising number of allies. Lots of healing. Interesting that I thought we were going to go so heavy into martial and ended up only taking this. The other abilities just didn't seem to fit what we were doing. Super cool stuff. And the unlocks. That guy looks cool as heck. Few more unlocks remaining. I am at the point of this game where I'm just like, can I have all the unlocks? Like, I don't really like being limited by this, but that's fine. We did unlock the second cycle here. Again, it says the first cycle is the intended difficulty in the true game. Further cycles are a bonus mode that add fast progression, random enemy strength for experienced players. I heard that they add a lot of variance to enemies, so things become more like one-shotty as you go up. But maybe we start toying with these other cycles. Although honestly, like a lot of our builds aren't even performing that well on the first cycle. Just a few strong builds kind of get through the second. I'd like to learn the game better playing on the first cycle, just so I can make smarter builds going into the harder difficulties. The build we just had probably would handle higher difficulties pretty well, since we were like unstoppable in the first cycle. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how the extra cycles impact the game. Not sure when I'm gonna bump that up. We should try it at least a couple of times maybe soon, see how it goes. I think we are learning parts of the game, but both my wins have been with poison now, and pretty similar poison effects, even though the builds weren't like purely poison from the start. Pretty interesting how builds can evolve like that. Cool stuff, very cool stuff from this run. Well, leaving it here for now, of course. Leaving on a high note here on a pretty awesome win here. I am out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do check out the description below. You can find my Patreon there if you want to show some support. Patreon.com/tonehack. You can find my Discord if you want to come and hang out there. Share your Path of Achra builds. You can find other links down there, so check all that out. But for now, I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you all next time.